Hi, my name is Kris Keller with Montana Fly Company. Today we're going to be tying the Rage Cage Caddis. Coming up on Mother's Day. It's definitely something you want to tie, put in your fly box, or get them online. I'm going to start by adding a little shuck. I like this lucent wrap for shucks on caddis. I have it on my center stage caddis, and this one, it just adds a little movement if the fly's lifting. It looks like a shuck coming off. Usually trim it about 1 hook shank. Next, I added a little, kind of tweaked this pattern over time, and I like to add a little bit of UV dubbing on the butt. Just kind of separates the difference between the abdomen and the shuck. Makes the abdomen look a little shorter, and then adds a little bling to it. Make a nice little dubbing noodle. You don't want it to be too tight. I like to have it so the dubbing does flow back a little bit over that UV dubbing. Taper the body up. Too big. Kind of rub it, break it up a little bit with your scissors or a bodkin. Next, I added this bucktail top. We have at the factory, we have a ton of these because we use all this, and so I was like, how can I incorporate this? It actually works great because it's so thin that once I add it in here, I don't stack it, and once I add it in, it kind of helps it look like legs, or like it's just kind of scurrying along the top, and it helps add a little bit of durability to the wing once I put it on. That razor foam can be kind of brittle, and once the fish start eating a bunch of them, or it gets eaten a bunch, it will kind of over time break up. So this bucktail does help. I take the wing beforehand and just fold it in half and make a nice little cut. It gives it that good little tent wing, and I pinch it tight there in the middle so that it naturally just kind of sits like that on the hook, and it'll knock that bucktail down. Whoa, shaking. For the head, do a little dubbing loop, and with the excess of that bucktail, I started putting that in the dubbing loop so that it just looks like legs and adds a slight bit of buoyancy to the head. I like to change the color up also. So I really like a gray head on all my caddis. Just like to cut them a little bit so they're about the same length as the hook shank. Alright, so I like to use gray in the head, and I'm going to take this excess bucktail and I cut it into smaller pieces, and I'm going to put it in the dubbing loop, and it just helps look like legs and adds buoyancy. Just do one turn on the head. There she is, the Rage Cage Caddis.